Happy February and welcome back. I'm Jeb Smith, real estate broker with RE/MAX Terrasol here in Huntington Beach with your Southern California real estate market report for February 2016. Now that the Super Bowl has passed, the spring housing market begins. As sellers and buyers come out of hibernation, we should expect an increase in the number of homes coming on the market along with an increase in buyer demand. I'm going to talk more about how this change will affect our local market and how you can benefit as a buyer or seller in the near term. For those of you interested in the actual market statistics, I have provided a link below. As we discussed last month, the start of the year is typically slow, with both buyers and sellers waiting to see how the market is going to move, and this year was no exception. We started the year with both inventory and buyer demand off, but have since gained steam and seem to be moving pretty strong into the start of our spring housing market. Buyer demand started the year like normal, but dropped going into the second week of January, which is something it hasn't done in nearly 10 years, but has since recovered, skyrocketing nearly 22% in the past 2 weeks. Remember, buyer demand is the number of homes going into escrow over the prior month. While demand is still below where we were this time last year, I do expect a trend of accelerating demand to continue for the next few months. With demand strong, inventory levels will remain anemic as it will be hard to build inventory as buyers continue to take advantage of super low interest rates and swipe up all of the new inventory as it becomes available. That brings me into our monthly discussion on active inventory. We have seen a jump in available homes over the past few weeks, but at the same time, we have seen buyer demand increase, which goes back to my point I just mentioned, that unless inventory outpaces buyer demand, we will continue to see inventory levels at very low levels moving through our spring housing market. Keep in mind that if sellers try and price their homes over fair market value, then we could see a rise in inventory as buyers wait for the prices to be adjusted closer to the actual market value before deciding to pursue that home. Interest rates are actually lower now than they were before the Fed raised rates back in December, and are close to the lowest levels in the last 3 years. The Fed says that they remain committed to raising rates up to 4 more times through the remainder of 2016, but remember, mortgage rates are not directly tied to changes in the Fed funds rate, but over the long term, Fed moves will impact our local housing market. Bottom line, rates should remain low for the coming months, giving buyers another opportunity to take advantage with lower monthly payments. How does all of this affect you as a buyer or seller moving forward? As a seller, you still have a slight advantage with very little competition, but keep in mind, homes are no longer appreciating at a rapid pace. As a seller, you may want to take advantage of the current lack of competition as inventory levels will likely increase in coming months, minimizing any competitive advantage you may have by waiting to see how the market moves forward. Buyers are seeing home prices flatten and the lowest interest rates in almost a year, giving them the perfect mix to take advantage of our local market, assuming they find the right home with inventory at such low levels. As you know, all real estate is local. So if you are a buyer, seller, or investor in today's market and you have questions, I would love the opportunity to help guide you in the right direction. If you would like more information about me, please go to my website, jebsmith.net, or check out my other videos on YouTube. As always, I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. Make it a great day.